Once upon a time, in the heart of an Igbo community in Anambra, there was a prosperous village known as Umuofia. This village was famed for its fertile lands and abundant palm wine, and at the center of this bounty was a wealthy palm wine tapper named Ezeoba. Ezeoba lived with his only child, a beautiful and virtuous daughter named Uloma. Her mother had passed away when she was very young, leaving Ezeoba to raise her alone. Uloma was the pride of Umuofia. She was known for her kindness, wisdom, and beauty. Her presence was like a soothing balm to the villagers, and many admired her for her unwavering spirit and dedication to her people. However, Umuofia was plagued by a dark curse. A mysterious illness had swept through the village, claiming the lives of many in the prime of their youth. No family was spared, and the villagers lived in constant fear of the untimely death that seemed to loom over them. The elders of the village consulted the oracle, seeking answers and a solution to lift the curse. The oracle, after communing with the gods, revealed a grave prophecy: to lift the curse, a virgin of pure heart must willingly sacrifice herself to the gods of the land. This news spread through the village like wildfire, bringing sorrow and despair. Who would make such a sacrifice? Uloma, hearing of the prophecy, felt a deep sense of duty and love for her people. She knew what she had to do. One evening, she approached her father and expressed her resolve to sacrifice herself to save Umuofia. Ezeoba was heartbroken and tried to dissuade her, but Uloma's determination was unyielding. She saw it as her destiny to save her village. The day of the sacrifice arrived, and the entire village gathered at the sacred grove. Uloma, dressed in white and adorned with traditional beads, walked gracefully to the altar. The villagers wept as they watched her, but Uloma remained serene, her eyes filled with a resolute light. She knelt before the altar and, with a final prayer to the gods for her village's salvation, offered herself. As Uloma's life ebbed away, a miraculous change swept through Umuofia. The air felt lighter, and a gentle breeze carried the scent of fresh palm wine. The curse was lifted, and a deep peace settled over the village. The villagers mourned Uloma's loss, but they were also profoundly grateful for her ultimate sacrifice. In the months following her death, Ezeoba struggled with his grief but found solace in the knowledge that his daughter's sacrifice had saved their people. One night, in a dream, Uloma appeared to him, radiant and smiling. She told him that the gods were pleased and had appointed him as the new king of Umuofia. She assured him that prosperity and joy would return to their lives. True to Uloma's words, Ezeoba was crowned king of Umuofia, and his reign brought about a golden age for the village. The lands became even more fertile, and the palm wine flowed sweeter than ever. The people of Umuofia thrived under his just and wise rule. Years passed, and Ezeoba, though a beloved ruler, longed for the warmth of a family. The gods, remembering Uloma's sacrifice, decided to bless him further. Ezeoba married a kind and gentle woman, and soon after, they were blessed with twins, a boy and a girl. The boy was named Chima, meaning God knows, and the girl was named Edora, meaning daughter of all. The twins grew up with the same virtues that had defined Uloma: kindness, wisdom, and a deep love for their people. Under Ezeoba's guidance, they learned the ways of the land and the importance of selflessness and service. In the years that followed Ezeoba's ascension as king, the village of Umuofia continued to prosper. The people celebrated their newfound peace and abundance, and the memory of Uloma's sacrifice remained a guiding light. However, not everyone was content with the state of affairs. Some elders, driven by jealousy and ambition, began to plot against Ezeoba, seeking to dethrone him and destroy his family's dynasty. These elders, led by a cunning man named Okonkwo, envied Ezeoba's influence and the respect he commanded among the villagers. They could not bear to see a simple palm wine tapper become the king, blessed by the gods with prosperity and happiness. In secret meetings held under the cover of darkness, they conspired to undermine Ezeoba's rule and sow discord among the people. One night, as the conspirators gathered in Okonkwo's compound, they devised a plan to frame Ezeoba for a crime against the gods. They would accuse him of secretly hoarding sacred relics, claiming that his supposed piety was a facade and that he had been using the relics to maintain his power. The elders believed this would turn the villagers against him, paving the way for his dethronement. The next morning, as the village began its daily activities, whispers of Ezeoba's alleged sacrilege spread like wildfire. The elders, with feigned outrage, called for an emergency council meeting to address the accusations. The villagers, confused and worried, gathered at the village square to witness the proceedings. Ezeoba stood before the council, his expression calm but resolute. He denied the accusations, declaring his unwavering loyalty to the gods and his people. But as the tension in the air grew thicker, something extraordinary happened. Okonkwo, the leader of the plot, suddenly clutched his chest and collapsed, writhing in pain. One by one, the other conspirators fell to the ground, struck by a mysterious ailment. The village chief priest, a wise and revered figure named Kem, quickly stepped forward. He examined the elders and, with a grave expression, announced that the gods were displeased. Their ailment was a punishment for their treachery and deceit. The villagers watched in awe and fear, realizing that the gods were protecting their king. Kem then turned to the ailing elders and spoke with authority. The gods have revealed your wickedness. To leave this curse, you must confess your sins and seek forgiveness from the king. Only then will you find relief from your suffering. With no other option, the elders, racked with pain and guilt, confessed their plot to Ezeoba and the gathered villagers. They admitted to their jealousy and greed, begging for mercy. The villagers, shocked and angry, called for their immediate banishment. Ezeoba, though deeply hurt by the betrayal, maintained his composure. He consulted with Kem, who advised him to show mercy but ensure justice. Ezeoba decreed that the elders would be banished from Umuofia, never to return. Their names would be remembered with shame, serving as a warning to others who might harbor similar ambitions. As the disgraced elders were led out of the village, the mysterious ailment began to lift, their pain gradually easing. The villagers, grateful for the gods' intervention and Ezeoba's wise leadership, reaffirmed their loyalty to their king and his family. Peace returned to Umuofia, stronger than before. The village continued to thrive under Ezeoba's rule, and his children, Chima and Edora, grew into exemplary young leaders. They learned from their father's experience the importance of integrity, justice, and the enduring power of the gods.